Look at that. I just finished making my second set of candles, and this one just won't die. This is the wood wick one from the first run. This thing will not die. It's just going. Man, I'm gonna have fun with these wooden wicks. Woo, this is about to get good. It's about to get good. Making phase 2. Now I learned a little bit, and I went out and I got some coconut oil. So I got coconut oil to help out with the burn. It'll make it burn even slower, they said, if you use coconut oil. So I went and got some coconut oil. I'm gonna mix it in with the beeswax. And then, like I said, I still got the same fragrance and everything, but my process will be different this time. Last time I took it, as soon as I finished stirring it, took it straight and poured it into the container. You gotta wait, because I'm running it at 190 degrees. They say you gotta wait till it drops down to about 160. I don't have a thermometer, but they said give it probably about a good 2-3 minutes to cool down, let it get down, then pour it into your containers. I'm using an old container that I cleaned out. All I did was just put a wooden wick in, and I still gotta cut the wick or whatever, but I cleaned this container out. I'm gonna use a wooden wick. I got my other container, my old container. I put another one of those regular wicks in there, because like I said, I'm gonna see how long the burn is with a regular wick using this right here, using this coconut oil. So it's a little different process, but I'm gonna see exactly if I can pull this off. Like it's all a test. Like I said, I'm learning a lot. I'm looking at YouTube videos, learning a lot. So let's get into what I learned. Okay, now the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a lot of beeswax in this little measuring cup here. I already know from last time about, 3/4 way up filled up, I think, one of these. So I'm not gonna use as much to fill up one of these, because I'm gonna, use some more of this coconut oil in here. So now I'm gonna use coconut oil to replace some of the volume. So I'm not gonna have that much beeswax for that one. So I'm gonna start getting I don't even have my burner turned on yet. You don't want to turn your burner on yet if you're using one of these little pots. Wait until you kind of, and I'm gonna try something different one day. I'm gonna see if I can just do a candle right in the candle jar itself. I don't think I can, but I'm gonna try something slick. All right, so this is about enough right there. I think that's about enough, yeah. And it's got a little bit, let me add a little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, so what that's gonna do is I'm gonna use that, but I'm gonna add some, like I said, some coconut oil. And now I wanna use the rest of this stuff in here, because it's not a whole lot. I think I'm gonna use it for this candle here. So that's what I'm gonna do, is pour quite a bit in. Let me see, I could pour it straight into the tin, but I'm not gonna do that yet. Let me move this out the way so you can actually see what I'm doing here, because you're like, what the hell is he doing? All right, hold up. Just pouring this in here right now. And so that's technically about 2 of those, which is, because this right here, I don't know how many ounces this is. 13 ounces. So it's roughly 3 of those. So I'm just going to pour the rest of this in here. I don't know if I want to pour the whole thing. Let's do it. Forget it. Let's just do it. Let's go all in. We're going all in, y'all. Putting all chips on the table. Forget it. If we got too much wax, it's okay. Going all in. What's up, pup? Got my dog down here hanging out with me. All right, so that's trash now. And now I'm going to turn my burner on. And I want to get it up to 190 degrees. Hold up. I'm only at, it's 160, 180. Because there we go, at 190 degrees. So as you can see, I'm sitting at 190. You probably can't see it from there, but now it's going to start adding up. Now, what I want to do is I want to keep stirring it as it's going, because you don't want it to kind of heat up and cook to the bottom. I'm not going to add my coconut oil yet. I'm just going to stir it up a little bit, but I don't want to add it yet. I just bought it from the store today. But yeah, they say if you use coconut oil, it should help with make it burn a little bit slower. I'm just testing right now, y'all. I'm just having a little fun with this, seeing exactly what's going on with this candle making crap. Seemed kind of fun, might be lucrative, who knows. If I sell it, I sell it, but I know I'm gonna give some of my clients candles for free. And some of the channel supporters, you guys will be getting candles for free too. So if you're supporting the channel, I see you in the chat a lot. You're doing your super chats, your super thanks. You're really trying to help my channel grow. I mean, I'm going to give back. You will be getting a candle in the mail. And you can say, hey, I got a homemade candle. I might even make it online, put your name on it. So you can say, here's a video of my candle being made. Check this out. because I got labels too. So I can actually make your candle on a live stream live as we're kicking back. I'm just stirring this stuff up right here. All right, let me make sure that this stuff ain't sticking in the bottom here. Oh yeah, it's already ready to rock and roll. It's already melting a little bit. Oh yeah. So we're gonna let that kind of churn a little bit. Let it start turning into liquid. Once it gets into liquid, I'm gonna add some of this coconut oil to it. Not a lot, just a little bit. Add coconut oil to it. Add some fragrance. I'm gonna dump a lot this time. And this is my sandalwood fragrance. We're gonna dump a lot in here. It's gonna smell pretty good. So like I said, I'm just getting all the chunks out of this real quick. Getting real nice and frothy like oatmeal. But you ain't eating no coconut oil like oatmeal. You ain't doing that. All right, hold up for a second. Hold up. Yeah, now it's nice. All the chunks are out. All right, cool. So we got all the chunks out of that. Yeah, and this is getting nice and liquidy. Like I said, I wish I had a camera I can aim down in there. One of these days, I'm gonna get it to where I can bring the camera closer and set it up so you guys can see what it looks like in here. But it just looks like apple juice, basically. That's all it looks like. Melted beeswax looks like apple juice. So pour some apple juice into a jar and say, hey man, this is melted beeswax. I'm about to drink it. Oh yeah. It's only at 138 right now, so I gotta let it kind of heat up a little bit. I just don't want it to stick too much, so I'm just stirring it up every once in a while. It's only 138 degrees, but it should be at 190 to get a real good melt. Now, I'm using, like I said, my old jar. It's got a little bit of wax in it already, not a whole lot. So I'm gonna actually pour wax on top of wax, so you might see a layer in there or something like that. But we're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna see what we can do. And this candle right here is kind of leaning a little bit. I want to get it as close to center as possible. So that's about as close to center as possible. I'll do like this a little bit. And I got a lot of these jars. These are the candles I used to buy from Walmart. These Better Homes and Garden candles. And I mean, they smell pretty good. And they all come with wooden wicks. So what's funny is they come with wooden wicks. So I used the wooden wick post that was already in there. I didn't add a new one. So yeah, this is getting real nice and liquidy. Here we go. We're up to 143 degrees. And like I said, at 160, that's pretty much what you want it at when you do a pour into a container. Last time I made a mistake, and as soon as I turned it off, I poured right into the candle wax. I poured into the jars, and that's why they were imploding. If you look at that video, you'll see me saying, man, it's got a huge divot in it. And it was like a sinkhole. That's what happens when you pour with it too warm. You get these sinkholes in your candle, and it's not smooth. But this lady, she had like a heater, like a little torch. Another lady had a blower gun, like a heat gun. I got a heat gun in the garage. I use it for like wires and shit. So I'm gonna end up using that if my candles are screwed up. I'm gonna go get my little wire gun, my little heat wire gun, and kind of use some garage equipment to make candles. Candles don't know if it's garage equipment or not. They don't know. Yeah, but this is looking pretty good now. Like I said, it's all nice and liquidy. That's what I like. There we go. There we go. Like I said, this is going to be my second batch of candles that I ever made. And we'll see how these turn out. No sinkholes is my main goal. No sinkholes. And then I want to have more scent. So it's going to be more aromatic with no sinkholes. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, just a guy hanging out, making candles. It's better than that. Could be baking cookies, I guess. That's better than that. Or getting the transmission to run right and actually not having to take it out a second time. That's always a good thing. But oh yeah, this is looking real good. Real good. It's only at 168 degrees right now and it's melting pretty good. But this is about the temperature you want when you pour it at like 168. So I'm going to see if I can set this thing at 168 instead of No, I got to do it at 190 because it said do it at 190. I'm not going to mess up, man. I'm not going to take no shortcuts because I'm notorious. I'm a garage guy. I weld, I fabricate. So I'm always looking for an easier way to do something. I'm not going to take shortcuts with these candles. I'm going to do it by the books. Just like these ladies online be saying, hey, you got to do it like this and do it like that. I'm like, okay. I'm going to stop taking shortcuts. Always trying to do it the guy way. They're like, how do guys make candles? Oh, we take shortcuts. We go get some welding equipment. No. Now, I'm not gonna bring my welding equipment in here, but it looks real good. It's nice and liquidy. Like I said, it's only a couple of little chunks of beeswax in there. Not too bad. But yeah. And now I think what I want to do is, oh, I can't remember at what point she put the coconut oil in. Maybe she did it now. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I'm going to do it now. If she did, she did. If she didn't, she didn't. Whatever. I'm just trying to remember. All right. I got me a spoon, so I'm going to spoon it in here. All right. That's the coconut oil. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right. I don't know how much you use, but that's all I'm going to use right there. Oh, yeah. It's good enough for me, man. Good enough for me. What about you, crazy dog? My dog's over there laid out. Oh, yeah. It looks nice, and this stuff melts quick, too. So it melts pretty quick. So it's looking all nice and everything. But I definitely know she didn't start adding the aromas or whatever until later. It's only at 179 and everything's completely melted. Maybe I could just run it at 179. Let's do that. Let's run it at 179. All right. Now I'm going to turn it down. 186. I'm going to turn it all the way down to about 160. Let's do 165. Me and my shortcuts. All right, but it's completely melted. It was up to it got all the way up to 180 something. So it's completely melted. Looks pretty good. In the sand, it's at 165 right now, which ain't bad. So we're gonna add some fragrance. Now, since I got so much, they say you gotta add 4 ounces. I'm gonna add a lot of ounces. Let's see. This is gonna be smelling the whole house up, bucko. All right. I didn't use enough last time. So this bottle is about what is it? Is it a 6-ounce bottle? 5-ounce bottle. So I just used about maybe, let me see. Not even, it's still way up here. I didn't even use maybe 1.5 ounces. I didn't even use 2 ounces. I used probably about 1 ounce maybe. So about 1.5 ounces is what I put in. Smells pretty good. Thing's holding at 165, nicely at 165. Let me smell my wax. Hold up. It's not bad. Not bad. I want to add some more though. It's just, I don't know. I need to measure better. Because that lady, I swear she added 4 ounces. And this is probably about, still way up here. So it's not even 2.5, because if it's a 5-ounce bottle, that's not even 2.5. So I'm probably sitting at just under 2 ounces. And I'm going to leave it at that. Just under 2 ounces. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to push it. But yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And you can do this in water. I mean, you look at candle making videos, you can actually do this by putting a steel pot in water and letting the steel pot kind of make your candle stuff. See, what I want to do is I want to put a glass jar in water and put the beeswax in there and just let it melt on its own, and then turn it off and see if the wax, I don't know, it might work, it might not. I'm just having fun. That's another one of my shortcut methods. I'll probably do a video of it and see how it turns out, and everybody be like, dude, you shouldn't have did that. That looks stupid. Woo wee. Man, it smells a lot better than my last candle stuff did. I'll tell you that much. It smells a whole lot better. Because the other stuff smelled like just candle wax. This actually just smells like the stuff. Like sandalwood. All right. So it's at 165. Instead of running all the way up to 190 and pouring, I got it at 165. And it don't look bad at all. But the last lady said you get it down to about 160, then you pour it. I'm at 165. The last pour I did was at 190. Screwed it all up. So, yeah. Let's turn it off. Come on, thing, hold up. All right, so I'm going to turn it off, and I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes. I'm going to let it kind of, because she said sometimes when it starts getting, you start seeing it coagulate around the edges, that's when you start knowing it's time to pour. I'm like, what if? But that, yeah, it smells a lot better. So I can really smell that scent now. I poured a lot. Last time I just dribbled it in. This, I poured a lot. Yeah, I poured a whole lot in there. I'm gonna add a little more. Just for safe measure. Just adding a little more. Not a whole lot. Just kind of getting it dripping around or whatever. And that, like I said, that wasn't even a whole lot. That wasn't a lot. Yeah, I could see it now. This is all right. I see what they mean because it'll start coagulating around the edges. I like it. All right, all right. I think this might work better. This might work better. All right, so now I don't care if I get it on the table or not. Let me unplug it so I can pour better. All right, so I unplug that. Let's pour it. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. All right. And she said, pour it slow. Do not pour it fast at all. Yep, and it's already coagulating in the bottom. So that's good. That's good. Because that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for it to start coagulating in the bottom already when I started pouring it. All right, let's see. Okay. So that candle's going to be good right there. Wait a minute. I'm going to make sure my wick is straight up and down. Hold up for a second. Because you want to make sure that wick is straight up and down. Because if it's too close to an edge, it won't burn right. It'll start getting close to the edge or whatever. But all right, now we can fill this up with the rest of this. Yep. But I used everything in the bag. Everything in the bag is used, and it wasn't enough. But that's good though. That's good. I mean, it's enough. It comes up to about here. I was hoping it was gonna go up to about here, but it's probably to about here. It's not bad. It's not bad. But yeah, so this is another couple of candles. We'll see how this turns out. Like I said, so far, so good. Don't look too bad. My first candle run, it looked a lot easier than what it was. Once the candle started, curing and everything, that's when I really started realizing something's not right. Because it started imploding on itself. And that's how I started realizing I'm not doing something right. A candle shouldn't implode on itself and form like craters in it while it's curing. So I went and I looked at, a couple of videos. I'll put the videos I watched in the description so you guys know, where I'm getting some of my lessons from. And I'm passing it to you. Give these ladies some credit. But I was checking them out, and I mean, it was like, okay, I see how I did it now. Let's do it the right way next time. All right. But this time I didn't run my burner all the way up to 190. It got up to about 180, then I turned it all the way down to 165, which is cool because they had theirs on like stoves. So they had to actually do theirs different. They couldn't adjust the temperature and stuff like that. Me, I can adjust mine to 160, let it run at 160. But we'll see if that actually works. Because man, to me, it's better than having a thermometer. Because they had thermometers and they were measuring everything, saying she had like the little thermometers and okay, is at this temperature? Okay, is at this temperature? This has a temperature gauge on it already. So I don't need a thermometer. That's what I'm thinking. But who knows? I might screw up not using a thermometer. Once again, another one of my shortcuts. You're like, you need a thermometer no matter what. I'm like, hey, this is the guy's version of making a candle. We take shortcuts. And it don't always work. So we'll see. Like right now, the candles are looking good. They're starting to coagulate on the bottom. As you can see, this is getting nice and white along the bottom. This in here is getting white around the edges. So I think it might be okay. It might be okay. So that's basically my version 2. You just saw it on record. Historic MicDrop barbecue. We're using coconut oil this time. Coconut oil and more fragrance. Need more cowbell. Bing, bing. That was the guy on Saturday Night Live. Need more cowbell. That's what we use. And we're going to call that cowbell. So, hey, you need more cowbell, man. We don't go call this fragrance. Guys don't use the word fragrance. We use cowbell. Need more cowbell. Remember that. You want the room to smell good? Need more cowbell. Like, you know what? I'm making candles. Hey, bro, I need more cowbell. All right, cool. Let's get this over with and Thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully, like I said, I'm gonna make a third video of this too. I'm gonna make a third video because we'll see how these turn out. And I did a short on how my last ones turned out. They actually burned good. The burn was good. Just the quality of the candle wasn't where it should have been, but it still burned good. Everything was good. And we'll see exactly how this comes out. I'll let you know. All right, there they go. Like I said, I used my old candle and just poured some new one. I got about probably at least 6, 7 of these things. I mean, I should have like 100 with all the candles I buy, but like I said, this piece just comes right off. So what I want to do now is at least cut the wicks to where, you know, they would be probably right at the height of this jar here. So there's that. So that's at the height of the jar. So it shouldn't be, you know, too low. And I saw the lady do that. She made it right at the height of the jar, so it's right there. This one, because it's a wooden wick, well, this one right here, let me back up some. I should probably, let's cut it about there. That should be fine right there. Cut it about there. But, and like I said, those two, ready to be lit. They ready to go. And this didn't implode. Look, it didn't have a big dent in the middle like the last one. The last one had a huge divot in the middle. As you can see, these both dried perfect. Perfect. I kind of shook the table a little bit, and that's why that thing is up there. If you ever want to make candles, don't do it on a shaky table. Because that's what happens. It kind of go. But once you start heating this thing up, that's going to burn away. But it don't got the big divot in the middle like the last ones did. Perfect candles, y'all. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Second batch at least looks better. Now we're going to see how they smell. If this is your first time at the barbecue, go on, have a seat and let me make your plate. We still related because your baby mama, mother, brother steady calling me cuz we at the barbecue. Let me get a rib in the plate. It's like a black block party and I'm showing the plate. I'm in my Beamer. Grandpa be giving me pound. Looking at my stock wheels, you know how we get down. Come and gather round, skin tone and different complexion. Niecy hug a baby looking like a mama reflection. Resurrection of the realest, illest. We be the old heads, pour a swig of liquor on the ground for our folks dead. I ain't even tripping off the drama Uncle Joe said. Better do them dishes, get you slapped across your forehead. Stunting in my pro kids, running with kids. Left the streets for the sweets, now I'm running the biz. I'm the whiz, scarecrow like Mr. Michael Jackson. If you looking for that work and I'm looking for that action, you can ease on down through the yellow brick road. Once I get to going in, then you better hold on. I'm that old school killer, lyrically a machete, defying every lion coming out the Serengeti. Hey, pass me that spaghetti, I ain't done with it yet. You better ask somebody, you ain't ready for jet. I'm that old school chef. Catch me grilling while I'm looking all around up in the spot. Now I got you suckers cooking at the barbecue. Go on and grab you a plate. On Teresa chocolate cake, got you watching your weight. We at the barbecue. I done told you before, I'm about to drop this mic and get a plate to go. We at the barbecue. Shout out to all the new subscribers out there, dropping on the channel, knowing how we cook around here, enjoying just laughing, clapping, having a good time. I appreciate it. Every time you get to the end of one of my videos, I'll always have something nice for you to listen to. Cruise on out. We at the barbecue. We at the barbecue. This is how we do. We at the barbecue. Marcus Murray, always in the cut. Go check my man out on TikTok. He always dropping something new. Man, I love his productions. Always smooth and always old school, baby.